how can you increase your social intuition. Here are 6 simple things that you can do. And bear in mind, social intuition is something that can only be developed organically. You can't read about it, you can't watch videos about it and just magically become more socially intuitive. You have to actually get out there into the world, interact with people, try things, succeed, fail, and that's how your brain is going to develop the ability to read situations and to read people and to effectively respond to people. So this comes down to taking action, much more than just knowledge or understanding concepts. 6 major ways to increase your social intuition. Number 1, talk to 1 or 2 people every day. A couple strangers, 1 person, 2, 3 people, whatever is manageable in your day-to-day routine. Be friendly, be positive. Not everyone will respond positively to you when you chat with them. But if you're friendly and you're positive and you're giving off a smile and positive energy, for the most part, people will respond positively. Also, talking to strangers is great for just overcoming that hesitation, that nervousness, and that tension that we often have around people that are unfamiliar to us. That increases your confidence overall. If you're able to approach strangers consistently and have good conversations, you're going to bring a tremendous amount of confidence and power into situations that are more comfortable, where there's more social warmth, or where you have an introduction to somebody, for example. So that's the first thing. Talk to more strangers. Number 2 is attend a wide variety of events and social situations. Just put yourself out there into lots of different situations, especially with events and activities that have lots of people, the kinds of people that you have not had a lot of experience with. People from different economic backgrounds, different cultural backgrounds, people from different industries, people from a different age or demographic group. If you haven't had a lot of exposure to that particular group of people, try to get more exposure. Try to attend more events or do more activities that include those kinds of people. Your social world will become much more robust, and your ability to handle conversations and situations with those kinds of people will be much, much greater. Number 3, this tags on to number 2, but you want to eventually attend events with high concentrations of those people that you find intimidating. So they could be senior business executives, they could be client companies, representatives of client companies that you're trying to sell into. They could be people from a certain cultural background, whatever the case may be. Eventually, you want to attend more and more of those events where you can get exposed to those people that you find intimidating. By getting that more consistent exposure, you're going to be able to be much more comfortable around those people, and you will understand them better. So social intuition benefits all around. Number 4, take on leadership positions. The more challenging, the better. And again, especially leadership positions where you have to lead teams or groups of people that are very different from you. Different assumptions, different beliefs. This will really send your social intuition into overdrive, because your brain is going to have to work extra hard, not just to actually get the project done or to launch the initiative of whatever it is that you're trying to create as a leader, but also to understand your team. Because in any leadership process, you're going to have to deal with challenges from people, complaints, you're going to have to praise people and recognize and acknowledge their accomplishments. You're going to have to understand people's motivations. It's a tremendous amount of social intuition that is going to be necessary for you to succeed in your leadership role. And hey, if you fail in the leadership role, then at least you learned something, right? This is something that I did years ago when I was managing fashion events in New York. It's a whole story of how I actually came to be in that role. But suffice it to say, I'm not a fashionista, I'm not a fashion expert, but I found myself leading these huge fashion events with all kinds of different elements and moving parts, thousands of guests attending these events. And That did a huge benefit to me developing my social intuition and my social confidence and awareness. Okay, so number 5, enter every situation with an open mind and a spirit of curiosity. Now, obviously, nobody likes a know-it-all. So the more you can not be a know-it-all, the more attractive and more interesting you'll be to people. But also, you're not going to learn anything if you assume you understand people, right? Be open-minded. You never know where these social situations might take you if you're really open to observing people and observing what makes them tick. So chances are, if you're watching this video, you have a certain level of ignorance or lack of awareness of these social dynamics. So the more open-minded and the more curious, genuinely curious you can be about people, the more quickly you'll develop that genuine intuition. And thus, again, become more persuasive and more influential. And number 6, last but not least, is to take notes throughout your journey. Analyze situations, analyze yourself. Don't analyze or overanalyze things in the moment when you're interacting with people, but do go home and take notes and analyze, okay, what did I say to that person? What could I have done better? What seemed to make an impact? What did not make an impact? How was I able to mobilize that group? How was I able to make an impression, a positive impression on that group of leaders? These are all the things you want to analyze and reflect on in your notes. I was taking notes all through my journey when I was building and developing my social confidence and my social intuition. I still have the journal to this day. It's extensive, minute detail, going into all kinds of details on myself and on other people, trying to understand what was going on, what I was doing correctly, what I was doing poorly, and where I could improve. It made a huge difference in my development and my improvement. All right? So those are 6 simple steps to get started right away on developing your social intuition. It'll make a huge difference for your professional career, for your accomplishing your professional goals, and just your overall confidence and feeling good in these situations. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you next time.